What's going on, YouTube? Culturedog Sam Hatch back with another Laserdisc pickups video. I know I just dropped 2 of those recently, but there was a couple things I was waiting for, and a slow boat package from Japan finally rolled in on these shores. And I figure I will tear through this smallish pile, share that with you instead of making you wait like another month or something for the next batch of goodies to show up. Hopefully everybody had fun with the Laserdisc Players collection. I know I'm starting to get some thumbs down, so some of you guys don't approve of my players, but other than, that one problem, everything seemed to have gone over well, and it was fun revisiting them. I need to revisit some of my older videos too. Instead of going like A through Z, doing another Laserdisc collection video, I'd like to do one that's broken down by genre, so do like all sci-fi stuff, all horror stuff, etc. We'll see. Seems to be a lot of work, but it should be pretty fun. Anyways, I got some discs from Adriana Leopold and her partner in crime, Randolph D'Anger, also known as Randy Danger. And they picked up a big lot and shared it with the Laserdisc Forever denizens. And I picked up some James Bond discs. I know, boring old stuff. And in fact, a lot of this is just new versions of discs I already had, but the jackets were kind of beat up, etc., or the discs were rotted, etc. But whatever. But the one thing I really wanted to get that they had was this crappy old 80s pan and scan pressing of Casino Royale. But the jacket's in really nice shape, and no spine damage and all that stuff, and these tend to get beat up quite a lot. So I had to say yes to this. The price was right. You were just asking a couple bucks a disc, so yeah. The rest of these are the older CBS Fox. Some of them are time compressed, none of them are letterbox, etc. But they're tough to find in good condition. They're beat up, and even the ones that are sealed tend to get bent and warped by the particular cellophane they used to use to shrink wrap these things. So it's a real fool's errand, and it's one of the most difficult parts of my James Bond collection because the pressings suck. They're time compressed, they're pan and scan, etc. So I might as well get the good jackets. Like, there's one good thing about these releases is the cool artwork. So I might as well try and get that in as good condition as possible. So I grabbed Live and Let Die. This is a Japanese pressing. And You Only Live Twice. Another Japanese pressing. And sadly, this one does have some shelf wear. This one is a bitch to find in good condition. But it's better than my other copy. But still, I'm on the hunt for a nice, pristine copy of this one. Another Japanese pressing of Thunderball. And they actually, this movie's so long, they actually let it go onto 2 discs. And another Japanese pressing, The Spy Who Loved Me. This is a USA pressing, double disc, Living Daylights. This one's in pretty good shape. And some more Japanese discs. Moonraker, another double disc. And finally, I think, this is a Japanese pressing, The Man with the Golden Gun. So yeah, you've seen these before. I picked them up before, but most of these are in just slightly better condition, and the price was wicked right. So shout outs to Adriana and Randy Danger as well. I think he was involved in the whole process at some point. And then I did pick up another disc from eBay that I've been looking for. Speaking of replacing James Bond releases, there's a very hard to find pan and scan version of Goldeneye, the THX one. It's got the same extras, etc. But it's almost impossible to find it with the jacket in good condition. And I found one that was still in the shrink wrap. The only thing is it's slit a little bit at the bottom. Instead of like a full cutout, it's just kind of nicked a little bit. So I got no problem with that. And yeah, it's gorgeous. except for the fact that it's pan and scan, which is an atrocity. But for the sake of completion, like, I had to get it. And yeah, you can see there's just like a little nick down there. And here, let me take it out. I'll show you the gatefold. But it's got the same special World of 007 with Elizabeth Hurley hosting. So yeah, nice stuff. And then I wasn't planning on buying this yet, though it's been on my hit list for a while. Ren from Laserdisc Forever happened to be selling a few things, and even though Moiki, says the most horrible things about him, he's actually a really good guy. And I picked up this Japanese old pan and scan pressing from the 80s of Blade Runner. But I really like the jacket artwork. I like how the Blade Runner logo is in orange there. It kind of pops with the green Warner stuff. So it comes with the Obi strip, and I checked it out. It's obviously a junky old pan and scan transfer, but I'd been meaning to do the, get all the different cool Blade Runner pressings mission. I know John Freilich has completed that already, and all the Japanese discs in particular look really cool. So shout outs to Ren for making that happen. And then the Kobos boat rolled in. I'd picked up some stuff from Good Squid, and one of them was the last remaining piece of my original 80s Warner home video James Bond collection. And he finally found this one for me. And nice copy of The Man with the Golden Gun. Love the artwork. I took the Obi strip off, actually. I have it here. But I like to take them off so you can see the whole impact of the artwork, just because they're so wide. This is a gatefold. I'll show it to you. Awesome stuff. So now I have every of the original Brown Warner Brothers releases for the James Bond series, and I've got all the later Evergreen reissues, so now I can do some special reveals and reviews of that whole thing. And the other thing he got me was the next to last James Bond rental disc. Sadly, the Obi covers up a key part of the artwork, but this is the rental variant of the 90s widescreen release of Goldfinger. And these are pretty cool because they come on actual gold discs, and the pressings are just as great as the regular, commercially available non-rental versions. Awesome stuff. And yeah, this one was tough to find, so Kevin finally dug this up for me. Now the only one I need is Goldeneye, which supposedly exists. I've never seen a picture of it. So hopefully he can find me the rental version of Goldeneye, assuming, again, that it is real. And he had a couple other things on sale that were on my hit list for, just either things that I had on VHS that I wanted to replace on Laserdisc, and some of these were, like this one, I don't think ever came out in the States on LD, and I had on tape. And then just a few other cool titles, so I figured why not get them as well. And this one is a bizarre Johnny Depp, Lily Taylor, and what's his face there? Vincent Gallo flick called Arizona Dream. It's kind of weird stuff, typical vintage Johnny Depp art house cinema. But this is one of those flicks that I always wanted to check out when I used to order. That's gatefold too. Let's check it out. When I used to order Hong Kong bootlegs and, you know, other random like VHS bootlegs from this guy in San Diego. He used to send me copies of the catalogs for a local art house cinema, and one of the films that they happened to be showing in this one catalog he sent me was Arizona Dream, and I'm like, I've never heard of that. What is that? So I had to pick it up on VHS and check it out. Still not sure exactly how I feel about it as a movie, but as a kind of, I don't know, personal touchstone moment in art house cinema, I don't know, I just got to have a copy. And this one I've actually been meaning to pick up the Miramax US release of, and I totally forgot that there was a Japanese one. But yeah, the artwork is so cool, and it's got an alternate title, so I had to go ahead and grab this. Saw this in the theater back in the day, and it was a lot of fun. There's a film called Curdled, though in Japan it's called Fetish. And this was one of the films that Quentin Tarantino put out under the auspices of his Rolling Thunder Productions. It's interesting, it's got the Band Apart logo with everybody's heads torn off on here, but it doesn't actually say Rolling Thunder Pictures or anything like that, so I'm guessing distribution in Japan was dealt with otherwise, so it's just a Quentin Tarantino Presents situation. But yeah, it's an interesting flick. It's got Billy Baldwin and Angela Jones, and she plays a very kind of similar character to Esmeralda Villalobos, who she played in Pulp Fiction. And this was kind of like one of those deals that was brokered. There was a Curdled short that featured her, and then Quentin saw it and said, oh, I'll help finance a full-length movie of this if I can borrow her in Pulp Fiction. But yeah, she's part of a cleaning service to clean up after murders, and is obsessed with all things grisly and dark, etc. Cool stuff, and then she ends up getting in a little bit over her head. But it's a fun indie flick, and it does actually feature a little tie-in to From Dusk Till Dawn as well, so it's cool. And the soundtrack is great. There's a really great like flamenco guitar track that like with like a kind of cool like trip hop kind of backing that Slash plays, and it's really, really good stuff. There's like a rock version, and then there's like this kind of smooth entrancing version that's yeah, really gorgeous stuff. But yeah, awesome flick. And then I had to grab this. There was no Obi strip, but I don't care. This is one of my all-time favorite pieces of jacket art, and it's one of my favorite films, too. It's a killer flick from Richard Stanley entitled Hardware. And man, I just love that artwork. There's a US release, too, but I could not say no to this. And this is apparently the uncut one. I bought from that same guy in San Diego, a bootleg VHS copy. But I think that was a Taiwanese or Hong Kong Laserdisc that I got. I don't think it was Japanese, so I don't think I've actually seen this variant before. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. Great stuff. Yeah. And as Kevin does sometimes, he threw in a little bonus thing. A sick 45 RPM release of Paul McCartney and Wings doing Live and Let Die. It's pretty cool because it's got a little wraparound thing. The 45 itself, a little Toshiba EMI jacket, and yeah, it's in great condition. But on the Japanese market, they always make sure they have it's got the cool poster art on the back, but they always have to have the lyrics and everything. So it's got this cool little wraparound they gave with the lyrics on there. So yeah, you just toss that in, which was awesome. And then speaking of vinyl, I know it's not LD, it's LP. He just all of a sudden said, "Hey, you like Dirty Pair, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you want a Dirty Pair soundtrack LP?" Oh, holy crap! I used to love the Dirty Pair music. I would like record the stuff off of the VHS tapes from the shows, and yeah, listen to them on my Walkman back in the day. So it is super cool having an actual vinyl LP pressing of the Dirty Pair soundtrack. This one's got Russian Roulette on it, which is awesome. Love that song. And there's a few others out there, so I got to seek those out as well. I've got, digital copies from the CDs, but this is just awesome stuff, and it's got, very cool artwork on it, and the Obi strip and all that sort of good stuff. So, yeah, I'll take out the vinyl so you can check it out. also comes with some stickers, which is awesome. There's a little bit of foxing on here, but I don't care. And comes with the booklet with what's going on for tracks, and then artwork and info on the inside. Gorgeous stuff. And the vinyl itself, it's on the Eastworld label. So yeah, I was wicked psyched to get that. And that's about it. So mega shout outs to Kevin for helping complete some parts of my James Bond collection, and just getting some awesome LDs in my life that I've been wanting to pick up for some time. And thanks to you guys for hanging out, checking out the video. Hopefully there were some interesting things in here, or some flicks either you enjoy, or maybe even have some of these discs yourself. But in any case, hope you're all having a great time. It's almost March, so thankfully things will start thawing out soon here on the East Coast. And yeah, I got plenty of other videos coming shortly. I got some more in the editing bay right now, and some Blu-ray reviews and stuff. I picked up a bunch of new stuff, and I'm still getting tons of screeners from Arrow, etc. So I need to get on the stick and get the stuff coming out there. And also new Laserdisc. Well, the audio is already up and out, but the video version is going to be coming out in a few days too. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out. Always good talking to you guys below, so drop some comments and let's chat, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace out. Cheers.